All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is Bookmark Tech, and my name is Patrick. Today, I am going to take you through um, the bookmarks and the selections. We are going to create a dashboard that would enable a person to um, share reports among all departments in a company. So, for instance, if your company, um, if you are in charge of liaising with the stakeholders of all companies, we you would then have the problem of sharing or distributing that board to all departments where some people may not be able to locate this dashboard. Therefore, they will be emailing you or calling you constantly to come in and then show them where the things are. But with this dashboard that we are going to go through today, you would realize that you can make it easier through the bookmark and then page navigating for the people to locate their report and their dashboard very easily, and therefore making your workflow easier. So before I move on, I am coming to show you on Power BI where you can find the bookmark. So before I talk or move on, the bookmark is a function on the Power BI desktop where you can actually assign a task or a role to a particular image or a particular um, uh, thing on Power BI. And also the selection is also a function in Power BI where you can actually select what you want to see and what you don't want to see. So without wasting much time, I would go to view on your uh, tabs at the top here, and then you will see my bookmark and my selections selected. My bookmarks and my selections selected. Now, this interface of Power BI is located, is the newer interface. So when you select these ones, it comes to the right-hand side, depending on how you want to position them. I have positioned mine here. So no, how your interface is, or how your interface shows determine where you are going to find the bookmarks and the selection. But the selection and the bookmark are under the view tab. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us start. As I said, we are going to make it easier for other people to be able to come in and then work their report, work their report. So I would start by bringing in something that will look like a logo. So when I come to the insert tab, I would go to image. It would open this for me where I've kept my images. I will select one. So when one is selected this way, um, and it should come immediately. But let us give a little time and see what would happen. It looks like my Power BI has not working as it is supposed to be, but we'll give it a little time. We'll give it a little time and see what will happen over here. So say it's working on it. Um, okay, let me work something out here. It looks like my Power BI is not really responding. So I will take another approach. I will take another approach and then stop this one. And the tracker and the task. Okay. Now the task has ended. I will come in and then I'll select another one. So sometimes for BI, that's the thing. That is why you must always save your work so that when it happens this way, you would know where you are getting to. You know where you're getting to. Okay, so first of all, let me start by entering data into our dashboard. So the data, I just want to enter anything because without data, it will be difficult for you to post or publish your dashboard. So I would enter just anything. So I would say day, and then I will include number. Then I'll come here. I'll say Monday. Okay. Look like my hands are faster than. Then Tuesday. Then Wednesday. Then Thursday. Then Friday. Saturday. And then Sunday. So I will number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I will just call it week, and then I'll load. Oh. So once this is loaded, we wait for it to load, and this will be our data with which we are going to work with. And again, I would set up another table where I am going to write down or write that for other stuff. So I'll call the other stuff. I'll call these other stuff, and then it will load like that. Okay. So like we were starting, I would insert my logo. No matter what happens, you would work for a company. So let us assume that this is our logo. This is our logo. So you would adjust it as per the size that we want, move it and put it somewhere here. Okay, so we have this. Then we would come to other stuff and then write a measure. We would write a measure and then call it big. So this measure, and then we want to see today's date. So whenever anybody comes on your dashboard, you want them to see the date of the current dates. So we will type today. So we know that today is a function that will give you the current date. So then we commit to it. And usually this is a personal thing. I really don't want to see columns that are not really functional. So once I have my date, I'll come to the build thing, and then I will pick up card. Now, I will adjust the card, the size that I want to see, and then I will insert my date into it. Now, when I go to format, the callout value, I want to reduce it to 30. And then this date, I don't want to see the time. So I will go to the format, and then I will change it to short date. So once that is done, now I have my date and I can then manipulate it anyhow that I want. So I don't want to see this. Um, the position is I bring it a little bit here. It's okay for me. It's okay for me. Anyhow that I want to do it, I can choose to then manipulate it anyhow that I want. So whatever I want to do, you can play with it, change the background, put on some shadow, add so-called values, and change all these things. Come to properties, the date format, you know, change all the advanced options and stuff, you see. So at this time, when I go to call out value, I want to change the color and then put something like this. It is up to you. Okay, now there is yet another thing that I am coming to do. What I am coming to do is I am coming to set up a greeting that would greet any person who comes to the dashboard. Yeah. So what I will do next is that I'm going to write it back as a new measure, and then say that I'm going to write a switch statement. So this one, I've just written it and then I'll fix it and then talk you through it. So this I am referring, I'm making a reference to the hour now, yeah, and say that if the current hour is 12 o'clock, I want it to say good morning. If it is before 6 p.m., I want to say good afternoon. If it is if it is before 12 p.m. in the night, I want to say good evening. And then apart from that, I want to say good night. Yeah. So it depends on how you want to write it. I will put this link in the bio. If you want it, you can copy it or you can contact me and then I will send them to you. So then when I commit to it, please be aware that this is being recorded. So if you show your face, it's going to be on here. We may not be able to do anything about it. So please be aware. Okay. So now I've committed to it. I will come to my build section and I'll pick up a card again. I will position the card where I want the details to be. Now I'm leaving this space because I want to put the organizations here. I want to put the organizations here. Okay. So this is the card that I have just done. So I'll come and then I'll put in my greeting. Now, I want my greeting to be positioned well. So I would, the source spacing, I'm going to turn it off. And then you see it positioned like this. Yeah. So if I am to change this side also to 30, which means I'm going to find something like this. Now, this, I don't want to see it. So the category label, I'll turn it off. And then here, I would have my good afternoon. So if I'm to refresh this page and then see, then still it is before 6 p.m. It is good afternoon. So I'm hoping that after 6 p.m. we are going to see good evening. Good evening. Okay, so let us move on. So what I'm now going to do is to now set up my tabs. Now, what this report is for is to be able to navigate people into their respective dashboard. Yeah. So it is just two things that I'm going to use: bookmarks and page navigation. Bookmarks and page navigation. So I'm going to set up my tab. So I will then come and then insert my tab. So I'll come to tip and I will choose this one. So when I choose this, I will position this here, and then this will be a tab that I can use, something like this. Then before I replicate this, I will go into shape style, go to fill, and then I'll change the color. I want this color to, so when you come to change the color and you don't find the color that you want here, you go to more color. And then I want something like, let's go back a little bit. Something like that, something like that. Like I would do something like that. Yep. So something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Control C and Control V. So 1, 2, 3. Let me just remove one. I want the 5 of them. Then I will then position, position. Now I've seen that. Just reduce the sizes a little bit so that I'll make the page. Yeah. So that I will put still, I have got to make some space. Yeah. And then like that. So now I have got this here. So what I can now do is to come on this tip, go to shape style, turn on the text, and then inside the text, I will type something like, depending on what you want to do, I'll type something like raise a ticket. Now the size is kind of down, so I will increase the size a little bit. Let me give it like 12, 13. 13 is not bad. 13 is not bad to my eyes. Um, Again, depending on what you want to see. So when I do this, raise a ticket, and then if the color is okay, let me try black color and see the black color. And I think it's not bad being black, but it depends on you, any color that you want to use. It's okay. Now, what this is going to become, let me just finish labeling them and I'll show you how it is going to become. Yeah. So I will do the same thing with this one, the text, I'll turn it on, and then I'll say, um, let me just give a little twist to this one. It may not be in accordance to what we are trying to do, but for us to know or see how the functions work, I will do that. So I would say, um, website. I would say website, and then I'll take it to 13. I would change it to black. Now that I have this, let me go to our website. Okay, I know the website of it, so don't worry, and it's not any problem. Um, then, as I have this one selected, I'll come to action. Then I'll turn the action on. What do I want to happen? I want a page navigating to happen. So, uh, um, so now I would go here and then a field. What should the field be? No, no, not the side. So I need to set up the page navigation first before, okay, so this one is not a page navigation. This one is a URL, a web URL, forgive me. So it's a web URL because we are going to the website, and all I need to do is to put in the web URL. So I'll say HTTP, and then I'll put all these, and I'll say www.mactech.co.uk. Okay, so once this has been set, I know that my accent is there. So anytime Now, if you are the developer and you are developing this, if you want to test it, you need to hold the control key down. And then, but if you host it, then you can click on it and it's going to work. So I will hold my control key down. And if I want to test it, I just click on it and then it will take me to the website straight up. Yeah. So that's the concept of what we are using. That's the concept of what we are using. So let us come here and then do another thing. Let's say, um, let's change it. So we go to, and then we go and turn on the text, and then we say like HR. So increase it to 13, change the color to black, and then I'll leave the rest. So I'll come and set up this data later. All right. So another thing that I want to put on this is the description, the description of what I want to do, the description of what I want to do. Okay, how am I going to do this? I'm now going to insert a text box. So I will insert a text box and I'll put the text box under this one. And then this my text box. I want it to be center aligned. And then I'll type whatever I want to type. So welcome to the business intelligence team at Bookmarks Tech. We are the driving force behind transforming raw data into actionable insight that empower informed decision making and strategic direction with a blend of analytical growth, partner technology, and industry expertise. Our team is committed to elevating the way data shape the future of our organization. This is something you can do. Okay, so now I've got it with this. So then, what again am I going to do? What I'm going to do next is to insert the team members, the team members. So again, I will take a text box and then I'll put it somewhere here. Then I will start typing. I will say that manager, manager. Then I will give a sample name, put his or her name here. I'll say the lead developer. Now, all these must align. So say sample name, and then you say developer. So depending on the number of people on your team, you would name them. Yeah. Now, I would want to now show that this is the BI team. So I will insert a Power BI button. I'm going to insert a Power BI button here. Like that. Then I'll get another text box, put it on top. By this time, I'll make it smaller. And then I'll say this is the BI team. So this is not very big. So let us expand this a little bit. Let's give it like 11 or 12. Let's bold it a little bit. Now we have the BI team here, and then we have the people here. You can change colors anyhow that you want and anyhow that you want to do it. So I'll move on to the main stuff. I'll move on to the main stuff now. Okay. So then I will come in and select a shape. I will take the shape for the meantime and then put it here. Turn it a little bit and then bring it down so that this will be like our container shape. Our container shape. So this tape, I can come to style, work on it over here, anyhow that I want to do it. The shape style, I can change it. Now, what I want to do now is the rounded corners. So I'm going to choose 5 and see how the rounded corners come out. So I want more rounded corner. So I'll choose 10 and see. So this is okay for me. It's not really pointy. So this is fine for me. And then I will change the color. So when I come to fill, I will come and pick up this color that I chose. And then I have it here like this. Yeah. Okay. So I have this. Now, before I will put in all the images and the shapes that I want to put in before I name them. So, because working bookmark can be very, very tricky. It can be very, very confusing. So I'll show you how to make it easier so that you will not get confused. Okay, so I want another reset button that after everything, I can come back to the home page. So I will insert another image, which I have already downloaded, and I'll say home. So I will maintain it that way, and then I'll come and put it here. Putting the side like that. So I know I have my home page. So well, I'm going to set it in a way that if I come and I've selected anything here, when I click here, it will take me back to the original setting. Take me back to the original settings. Okay. Oh, sorry. So let me select copy and paste, and I'll bring this here. I will come in and I'll come and change the color to say blue, blue. Let me change, let me get a lighter blue like this one. Lighter, that one. Okay. Then we'll expand it a little bit. Expand it a little bit from here. Now, this tape, I am going to call it another name. So let us assume that you have so many departments. Yeah. So this is what is going to be the um identification for the departments that are in your company. So instead of giving it a title, I'll come to the shape style. Let me collapse the shape, collapse the fill, and then turn on the text. And then I would say that let me call this the executive slash the board. So anytime anybody comes here and then is looking for any dashboard that is related to the executive, if the person should click this particular button, ladies and gentlemen, the dashboards that are related to that particular department, that's the executive or the board, should appear. That is the whole idea. That is the whole concept. Okay, let us increase it a little bit to 13, since we know 13 works for us. And then let's change the color again to black. Let's bold in it a little bit. And then that's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay. As I've always said, it depends on how you want to see it. The color is not, every company can get their own color, but it depends on what you want to see. It depends on what you want to see. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is to copy and paste and replicate this like 5 times. And then I'm going to now arrange them here. Give it a little bit space. Arrange them like that. more. It's picking up order. Okay, so this one is quite big, so I will use my arrows to move it, and then I will get this. Okay, so now when I come here, I can now come in and come and change the text. So let's say this one is operations, operations, and then the next one, I change the text. Let's say it is sales and marketing, sales and marketing. The next one, I will come in and then I'll say finance, and accounting, and then this one, I would change it to, let's say, human resource. Okay, so then we have this. Now, the next step is very crucial. The next step is very crucial because if you don't take care, the next step is where you are going to get confused. So what I advise that we do is that to come to, let us collapse this one and then come to selection. Now, as I said, the selection, if you are using the other interface, when you go to view, you will see selections there. Yeah. Okay. So selecting selections, you realize that all the shapes and the text and everything are called shapes and text. The question is which one is which. So now we need to come and name them so that we don't get confused. Because what we are going to do is we are going to use this hide and show in order to show what we want to see at when. So if we don't know what which one is, then there's going to be a problem. So what I'm going to do is if you click on this shape, you realize that it's the HR shape. So when I double click it, it will give me the option to rename it. And I'll rename it HR. So I'll say HR shape. That is how I will remember. And I'll come to the next one. It's finance and accounting. So finance and ACC shape. And then I'll come to the next one. Sorry, I didn't see. So it's sales and marketing. Sales and market. Yep. So when I come to the next one, is operations. Operations. Shape. And then I come to the next one, executive. So that one is unique. So I'll say exec shape. And then which image is this one? So this one is the home button. And this shape, okay, so this shape is the main one. So I will say main big shape. So that I've named that. So this one will be the BI theme. And then, by the way, let me just save it quickly. The last thing you want to see is, so I'll just save it on the download and I'll call it home page. Oh dear. I'll say home page. I'll say home page. And then I'll save it. Okay. So now that it is saved, I know that even if I lose it, I'll be able to get it back. I'll be able to get it back. Okay. So we have names up until this side. So which image is this one? So this is the Power BI, Power BI image. And then come here. This text is the team members, and then this text is the description, and then this shape is something. So you let me use up, and then this shape is up to, and then this shape is HR up, and then this is website. Now this is raise a ticket, and then this one will be your greeting, and then this one will be your date, and then this will be your logo. Okay, so now we have the, we are going to introduce more things, but now we are going to work on the, the executive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a shape like an arrow, and then I would position this arrow something this like this way, and then I'll put it here. Now, if I come to the shapes, I would say that this is exit arrow because we are going to have a lot of arrows for all of them. Now we see that it is on top. I don't want it to be on top. So I will move the exit arrow down, and then it will fall under it. Yeah. And then I will introduce another shape again. That is why this and this, I think they must move a little bit. So let me just move this one over here, and then this one will follow. Yeah. Yeah. Then I will introduce another shape. Let's take this one. Yes. And I'll put it here. Yeah. Something like this. Now let me extend it a little bit. Yeah. Now, my colors are not really, really nice, but I will take it like that. I'll take it like that. And then I would then come here, copy and paste, and then move it here. So then the whole idea is that if I come in and I click on executive plus board, I want to see this open. Yeah. Okay. So let me replicate this at least. Copy paste. Uh, Copy paste. So now we know that this is exit arrow, but this one is still called shape. So we would go and name it. We say exit appear. So that is what is going to appear. And then this is, oh, so now I need to rename this one because I copied it from the other side. So this one will be exit appear link. This is how I want to name it for me to see that this is what I'm dealing with. So the same way, I'll say appear link 2. And then I suppose this is this one. Appear link 3. So I'm going to do a demonstration right now for you to see. I want it in a way that if I click this, I don't want to see this. So then this is where I bring in my bookmark. Having this selected, I will say that I will add bookmark. And then I'll rename this bookmark and I will say go home. Now, when this go home bookmark is selected, I don't want to see exit appear link 3, exit appear link 2, exit appear link, exit appear, and then exit arrow. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them. Then I will update. Now, what happens is whatever is on the dashboard like this, whatever you can see, if you create a bookmark and you update it, it will pick it up. So let us try it. Come back. Let's collab the bookmark, collab the selection, and then come to format. Select the home page, and then come to actions. Turn on the action, open or expand the action, and then what action type do we want? We want the bookmark. What bookmark type we want the go home? So now we know we set it up. So before this will work, let me go and then set bookmark also for the executive. So I will collapse this. I don't want to see so many tabs. Bookmark and selection. Then I would add another bookmark and then I will rename it and say executive up here. Now that I've named this, if I click on this, that's the executive shape. Yeah. I want to see everything, including the arrow. Then I'll come in, I will update. Yeah. Okay. So once I have done that, let me collapse these two. And then as a developer, you need to hold your control key down. When I click on it, they must disappear. When I click here, come on. Okay, so this one is not really working. Okay, so let us go back. And then, oh, we didn't set it up. We didn't set it up. And so we click and then we go to format. Then you turn on the action. You want bookmark and then you want executive appear. Now, if I should now come and test it and click on it, it will appear. If I click on the home, it will disappear. If I click on it, appear. Click on the home, disappear. So that is how you go around it. So if I am to click on this one, now it has appeared. Select this one and then say that, let me go and look for something on our website. So .factmarktech. Let's do this. Let's see what will happen. Okay, so we have something like this. Just let's log out. And then go back. Okay, so let us choose a page, sample dashboard. So with this sample dashboard, we know that we have dashboard here, so we will copy this link and then come back here. We'll come to format. This one is already selected. I turn on the action, and I want this to go to that URL. So I'll change the type to a URL, and I'll paste it here. Now, once I've pasted it, if I have to click on the home, it's gone. If I have to click on executive, it comes. If I have to click on this, it will take me to the URL. Ladies and gentlemen, so this is how you create something like this. But when you are hosting it, you host it this way. As simple. This is very simple. Now, you can put in things. You can put in complications. You can put in anything that you want to put in. At the end of the day, is your design. But the bookmark and then the page navigation and the URL navigations, very, very effective. These functions, very, very, you can do a drill through, you can do a page navigation, Q&A, apply, clear. So if they click on it, it will clear all slices. If you click on it, it will apply all slices. This time we are just dealing with the bookmark, page navigations, and the URL. So that is how you go around it. If from now, if you have any questions, you can unmute and ask me any questions, but I'll continue and do some few bits, and then we'll bring it to an end. And then we'll bring it to an end. So let me just go select this one, and then go back here, and then rename the text, and then say that the sample dashboard. Yeah. Now I'll keep the size like that. I'll change it to black. I have this. So now I know that these are working. I'll just collapse it. Now I can come in and do the same thing here. So doing the same thing for operations, I would introduce my arrow. My arrow is here. Sometimes it's simpler. Copy the arrow that you have given to operations arrow. Okay. So I will move that one two down since I want it to go behind that. So that is it. Then select the format. I will bring in another shape with this one, and I'll put it. And then please remember, alignment is also important. And then this shape, I'll rename it. And I'll call it operations up here. Operations up here. Now that I've done this, I would come in. This one I'll see, so there's no problem. Copy paste, and then I will put it here. Expand it a little bit. Get down to align with this one, and copy paste. I will move them. And then align them. Now I have a new I have a new set here, which changes the whole dynamic. Now, if I should come in and click home, this will move. If I click executive, it will show, and I can't see executive. Yeah. So let me click on home and then go back to my bookmark. Add another bookmark. Now, this bookmark, I will call it operations up here. Operations up here. Now, this is how I want it to be. When operations is selected, I want to see all the, yeah. So go to format, and then having the operation click, I will activate the action, go back, go and select bookmark. What bookmark I want operations appear. Okay. So once this is done, then I will come back to home. Now, when I click home, oh, I didn't name these ones, but this is where I'm going to end. So, but still, let me name them. So this is operations link, and then operations link 1, and then operations link 2. Now, when I click on home, I don't want to see this. So I will deactivate operation link to operation link, and then operation appear. Now go down, and then operation arrow, I'll go and deactivate it. Now I'll come to the home bookmark, and then I'll update it. Yeah. Also, when I click on the executive board, I don't want to still see. Okay, good. All the are now up to executive. Yeah. So when I click on the executive bookmark, yeah, the operations are showing. So I will come in and disable all the operations. Go in. Where's the arrow? Operations arrow is here. Disable it. I'll come and update this one. So if I could test it now, I click the home, it's gone. I click executive is here. The only problem is I cannot click executive to take it back. I need to click home, and then operations is here. Click home to clear it. So that is how you go around bookmark and page navigation. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is almost up. So I'll end here. The recording will be posted on the website. And if you have any questions, you can contact me later if you don't have any questions now. But you can go onto the recordings to refresh your minds, your memories, and then you will get it from here. Every doc that I've written, especially the greetings, I'll put it in the bio. It will be only on the website. It will not go on YouTube. But the video will be on YouTube and the video will be on the website at the same time. So just bear that in mind. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. And then I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.